Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Sorry, I literally forgot what day it was. Let's get ready for school. Well, that was a little sad. I kind of just forgot what day it was. But yeah, happy Wednesday. Hope you guys had a great Tuesday. My Tuesday was actually better. A lot better. I was just really tired at the end of the day, so I'm thinking that it's either the weather change or I was still recovering from yesterday, like the drama and chaos that was yesterday. I don't know, but we're here. And yesterday was better, and it feels like today is gonna be a good day too. So yeah, I feel like it's going to be a good day today. There's not much going on again. It's just kind of chill. I don't know what we're doing in school, really. I think we might be learning another new song in choir. I have no idea what we're doing in drama, and then I don't know what we're doing in my other classes. So yeah, it's gonna be probably a pretty chill day. Tomorrow is Halloween. I don't typically celebrate Halloween just because I just don't. But I'm gonna be hanging out with my friends and stuff. So I cannot believe that we are almost in November, y'all. Like, this year feels like it's gone by so fast. And that's just so crazy that, we're almost in November. But yeah, it's, so crazy. So, I guess there's not much to talk about my own life, really. So, I went looking back through... I'm sorry if I sound really tired today. I feel tired, and I haven't had coffee, so... And I did not want to wake up this morning, so I'm, fighting right now. I went looking back at some of my other videos, and I tried to find out if I had talked about Drake and Janet, their podcast, in regards to, Josh Peck. And not that I'm saying that I haven't, because I probably did, but I did not find the video, if I did. And I thought it would have been something like an earlier one that I would have made, because I was talking a lot about Drake and Josh, in those first couple videos that I made. So I thought it would be there, but then I checked and it wasn't. There wasn't anything. So I don't know if that just means I didn't do it, or I didn't look hard enough, or what. So today I'm going to try and talk a little bit about the podcast, but I don't know how much I'm going to actually get to, and I might talk about some tomorrow, but I will go back to talking about Nonstop Flight, because I'm not done with that yet. So basically, in 2023, which is around the same time that Josh Peck went on that podcast saying that he had this huge Sopranos moment or whatever. I think directly after that, not directly, but sometime after that, Drake and Janet made their own podcast. So Drake and Janet made their own podcast, and they were just talking about Josh Peck and how he's kind of how he's a liar. Basically, that's what it boiled down to, is that Josh was a liar. Which, I don't know, I guess checks out. Because what happened was they were saying that, he was saying to these, interviewers on the podcast, which I wonder if he knew them. It seemed like he knew one of them or something. I don't know. He was making it sound like he had this huge big moment and that him and Drake were never friends or whatever. They never hung out after Drake and Josh, which was not the truth. Even Janet, who's a third party, was we hung out together. We went out to dinner, him and Janet and Josh and his wife Paige. They all went out to dinner before. They've all that kind of stuff. So they definitely have hung out before. So that changed things, because she's he's saying that we never hung out, or that they never hung out. And, like, that was just not true. Like, they had gone out to dinner with, like, their wives and stuff like that. And then also what happened that night, Jack, I almost said Jack. I was gonna say Janet and Josh, and I don't know what happened. Josh was also lying about what happened that night of the VMAs, which is when he said he had this Big Sopranos moment. Because basically what Josh claimed had happened was that because of what happened with Drake and wanting to, like... Why is this song playing again? Hold on. And so he was like, so because they had that whole, like, Drake and Josh drama of, like, Drake not being invited to Josh's wedding, he was like, you know, I guess, like, he was like, I guess it messed with Paige, you know, and I don't know if, see, the thing is, I don't know if Paige was really, like, mad about the situation, or if that's just what Josh is saying to make himself feel better. I don't know. Again, none of us know what the real truth is, so we don't know if maybe not Janet, maybe Paige really was mad about it, but or not, I don't know. But basically, so his big Sopranos moment was like him going, like, confronting Drake at the VMAs, and was basically like saying, like, you better apologize to my wife or else, or something like that. And Janet was like, yeah, that never happened. Like, I was there the entire time. Like, I was with you the whole time. Plus, he was vlogging the whole time. If you remember, if anyone used to watch Josh Peck's videos, he was vlogging the VMAs, like, the whole time, pretty much. Which, also, I guess, kind of called him out, because, like, why, he probably would have gotten that on camera. If he, like, because he seemed so proud of it, he probably would have gotten it on camera, and there was no evidence of anything like that whatsoever on camera. So, they were talking about that, and so then his, like, Big Sopranos moment was, like, yeah, like I said, like, telling Drake at the VMAs to, like, go apologize to Paige or else, which Janet claims never happened, and I honestly feel never happened, because he was vlogging the entire time, and I know him, well, I don't know him, but I could sense that he probably would film it. That did happen. And he, like, didn't film anything of that nature. So. Then, Drake and Janet continue to talk about Josh. And I get what it was, like, trying to do, I guess. It was, like, what she was trying to do was trying to, like, get Drake to see kind of the reality of the situation, and that it was like Josh, I don't know. I don't really know what the point of it was, but then they started talking about how there was a potential Drake and Josh reboot that had gotten pitched, but it had been written by Josh Peck. Maybe someone else, like, helped co-write or something like that, but Josh had pretty much written the Drake and Josh reboot, and it was not good. Like, it was not good in the sense where it was, like, it was badly written. It was, like, it didn't portray, like, Drake and Josh. Well, it portrayed Josh fine, but it just did not portray Drake in a good manner, and it was bad. Like, from what I could retain from the podcast, it was like, because at first, like, I guess Drake didn't want Janet to read out the script, because I guess he didn't want to paint Josh in a bad light, but, like, Janet was like, I'm still gonna do it, because, like, I said I would, or whatever. So she started showing the, or not showing, but she was reading out the plot, like, the script of Drake and Josh, the reboot. And, well, it started off with a huge kind of, like, slap to the audience's, like, to the audiences, because, like, you know, one of the biggest lines and the thing that everyone loves in Drake and Josh is the whole line of, "Hug me, brother!" And so, Josh was supposed to be, like, some sort of, like, realtor or something, and Drake was gonna be, like, a failed musician or something. So already not off to a great start there. But, then I guess there was gonna be some people that were going to see the house that Josh was, like, selling. And one of the people, like, recognized him from, like, Drake and Josh, and they're like, "Oh my god, are you, like, from Drake and Josh or whatever?" And then they're like, "Hug me, brother," or something like that, like, trying to get Josh to do, you know, the little line. And Josh is supposed to respond with, "Hug yourself, F-head." And, like, when Janet read that, or whatever, when they read, they're like, "Oh, that's, like, a big punch to the face to the audience," because, like, that was their thing, like, that was the thing. So, that was already red flag number 1. Then you continue on reading the script, and this is all for just the pilot episode. I think that's how that works. I think that's how a pitch works. I don't know. I've only ever pitched a short film. I've never pitched a show, obviously. But, so, we were talking and everything, and they were like, they were talking, and they were still reading the thing, and then on top of, like, already having that, I guess Drake was supposed to have gone to, like, a quinceañera, to, like, sing, like, to perform at the quinceañera, and it was, like, in Mexico, I think, and it was, like, supposed to be, like, for, like, this biggest, like, drug lord or whatever, like, daughter or something. And Janet was saying that this part of the pitch just was, like, riddled with, like, stereotypes about, like, Mexico and, you know, like, that kind of stuff. Which, obviously, if you have a fan base in Mexico, you can't be making stereotypes about Mexico. And Drake was talking about how, like, or Janet was talking about how him and Drake had built this, like, really nice fan base and community in Mexico, you know what I mean? Like, so you can't have something like this, show. Plus, also, like, technically speaking, like, their son would be, like, half, like, Hispanic from, like, Janet's side, because they're from, like, where they, I forgot where they're from, but, someplace in Latin America. I can't recall where it is. But, you know, sorry, I had to yawn, I didn't want to do that on camera. So, like I was saying, like, you can't just have that on there. And so, he didn't. He didn't. And obviously, again, the podcast, or not the podcast, the reboot never happened. It didn't get picked up by any of the, like, networks or anything like that. Like, so, it didn't go very far at all. And it was probably for a good reason, because it just didn't seem like it would have been very good anyway, like, whatever. But the whole point of it was Janet was being very, very harsh. Well, it wasn't harsh. It was harsh in the sense to maybe Drake's ears, but it was, like, normal in our own kind of ears and perspective, I guess. Like, it felt natural, like, it made sense for me. Like, I probably would have been mad in the same way. Let me specify that I'm not naturally an angry person, because I don't know why that made me sound like I was. I'm saying, like, with the subject matter and what was going on, I probably would get mad the same way Janet did. Like, I don't blame her for getting mad the way she did. And she didn't even get mad, per se. It was just, like, she didn't have the same kind of bias or, like, perception that Drake did, because he has a connection to Josh. Janet doesn't. Janet don't care. And that's kind of me. It's like, that would be me. It's like, I don't care. Like, he doesn't matter to me, so. I could say whatever I want to and be as angry as I want to. And that was kind of a thing. I don't really know what the point of the whole podcast was trying to get him to do. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was to just like spill the tea or what, because like Josh did not want to talk, like Drake did not want to talk bad about Josh. Like, it was not happening. Like, not really, at least. And it just kind of like, this was pre-Quiet on Set. Like, obviously this was before everyone knew. But there was like some like little like, I don't know, things that seemed like they could potentially have been like little, not hints, but little things that like, we look back on it after Quiet on Set and we're like, well, maybe this is what he was talking about or whatever. And, I don't know. Like, the podcast was a little annoying just because, oh, good gosh. Just because Janet's, like, voice is a little annoying, I'm not gonna lie. She has this pretty annoying voice. I don't know if that's her voice 24/7, but either way, it was annoying. And she was kind of like cutting like Drake off a lot. People were saying that like that was just like, and it was kind of annoying. Like, I think I get maybe why, but that doesn't make it any less annoying. Because I don't like people cutting me off. And I know like I would get frustrated, and I don't think. And it was like a kind of thing where it's like, it wasn't like a, oh, let me wait or whatever. It was like both Drake and Janet were trying to talk at the same time. It was like they were both trying to like talk over each other, which just made for chaos. Okay, first setting spray. Second setting spray. Again, y'all know the drill. I'm going to do lashes and lips, and I'll be back. And this is the final look. I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys have a great day. Have a blessed day. Jesus loves you. I love you. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.